talk polygamy. Okay, and polygamy may not be what a lot of people think. Some people think it's like sister wise. People have different definitions of what polygamy means. Polygamy means to them, so you have to find what works for you. But the question is could you do polygamy, meaning share your significant other with more than one person or another person? So that is the question of the day. I used to feel like I could never, but as time goes on, I do have a different opinion and I do care to share it. And I would like to hear what y'all feel about it down below. Now, first, let's get into the benefits of polygamy. First of all, for the people who get cheated on, I would say it would be a very controlled aspect of getting to control who interacts with your person, you know. And I also feel like that for is if you share a household, that it could split chores in half. You could have a babysitter available when you need it. You have a whole bunch of income going into one place or one business or multiple businesses to grow and expand. And I also feel like, you know, if you just need somebody to hang out with, you don't have to feel like you're by yourself. You just need a break or whatever, just somebody around is something that you could look into. Now, I never thought I would be able to do polygamy because it was a time I felt like, no, my person is my person. I would never do that. But as I've gotten older, I realized I can't control what a person do. If they want to share their body with somebody, they need to share their body with somebody. If that's what makes them happy. Like, I'm freeing myself of controlling of another person because I don't want nobody to control me. Right? So I'm that kind of person now. But on another level, not even just the fact that economy is constantly shifting, constantly changing. Like, some people just don't find their perfect partner. So if you're not with your perfect person, meaning that person doesn't just meet all your boxes, why not expand it and be around people who can check all your boxes? Because now if you find that perfect person, I would say, okay, maybe you don't need anybody else to help out, you know? And then in the ultimate case, I would prefer not to have a polygamous relationship. Let me be clear on that. But what I'm saying is I have expanded my mind to consider it because it can be very cost effective and just effective in the other aspects. And if you're sharing one household set of chores and stuff, it can make things a lot go easy. Let's say one person cooks out the week and then another person cooks, you know what I'm saying? Or one person decides to do cleaning for that day and another person does cleaning a different day. Like, you could split stuff up. And then if you have income coming in, like, the income can be going to like a common goal. So I feel like you can just build better with an empire. Not saying that you ever need any help with that, but any help or any income is better than one income, in my opinion. But yeah, you probably don't need it, of course. I'm just saying, like, just using common sense. If you have more to go around, then you'll be able to do more with that income. Whether it's investing in something, putting it in a business, saving it for a rainy day, taking it on a trip. Like, it's just so many different things you can do. Now, a lot of people think of polygamy as it's just one man and multiple women. I'm open to like a community where there's multiple men, multiple women. It doesn't have to be one man, in my opinion. I feel like I'm just open. Like, I'm just an open person. But I'm talking about as far as polygamy, I don't feel like it has to be just that. Now, the separate homes, now if it's on the same land plot, I can see how that can be beneficial. But I don't even see the need for separate homes unless it's just something to do. Like, I feel like it'd be better to just be in the same environment. I don't know. But then too, it can work if you're like in the same land, but just different spaces too. It just however you want to work your thing. But I feel like I realized that I possibly could do polygamy for the reason of the financial benefits. Then I saw the fact that true love is kind of hard to find sometimes. So, if you have needs that are not being met, maybe you can find it in another person, or multiple people. And then also, if you have that agape love, like they said, you're supposed to have for your significant other or the person you love, that person is a love unconditional, meaning you can pretty much do no wrong. Like, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to love you. So with that being said, if you choose to get your rocks off in other avenues, that's not really my place to judge you, if that makes sense. So since I've become more open with agape love, I learned not to judge people as harshly and the things that they feel like they need to do to be successful in this time and this moment in this place in this space. Okay, and then my other epiphany is because I have seen a couple people in just everyday lives, whether famous or not famous, mostly famous. But I was just thinking to myself, if my person got with her, I wouldn't trip. If my person got with her, I wouldn't trip. Because I feel like it'd be a double win because I'm already like a fan, and I was just like, he has good taste, apparently. There's somebody I could see being real, real cool with. I wouldn't mind sharing. And it was that conversation that I was like, oh, wow, I really could do this. Because I have a list. I'm not going to go over my list, but I have a couple people. Select, I think it's 4. Okay, it's 4. It's 4 that I decided that I would be willing to share my person with. But they're famous, so it's probably not going to ever happen. But if I did, I have a select few group of women that I would be honored to be a sister wife with, or, in a polygamy setting with, because I feel like we will have fun together. We're going to turn up. We're just going to be a vibe. And I can learn so much from them. And I feel like they can learn so much from me. And I think the ages vary. Yes. And, that's only with women. Now, I haven't even looked into the idea of men, but, if it was men involved too, yeah, I can go on a little bit more. Like, for sure. Let me stop. Because don't get it wrong. I'm not one of them. Because, like I said, I really have a very strong celibacy journey. And I'm very, very particular. It's not like that. But I'm just saying, like, I am open if I vibe with you. If I'm not vibing with you, if I'm not flowing with you, like, it's a definite no. But if it's something there, it's going down for sure. Okay. So with that being said, I feel like if you can have 1 or 2 people in your mind that you be like, I wouldn't mind living in a household with this person. Or if my man got with her, I wouldn't even trip. Then I feel like that would be a reason for you to say, okay, maybe I'll be open to the idea, and then the benefits that come with it. Okay. And then another aspect of that is if you have baby mama situations, because I do feel like parents and children do benefit more from growing up in what was it called? One parent household? I don't know. Meaning, like, if you have your mom and dad there, I do feel like it's more beneficial. And a lot of people break up because of cheating. But let's say you look at the girl, instead of being jealous of, if you feel like she could be a good fit or you get to know her, why not bring her in and y'all be in a happy unit together? They already brothers and sisters already there. And, you both put y'all heads together. Y'all both gonna see him regardless. So if you need to babysit one night, she need to babysit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could work, And it's not really even babysitting. It's like one person stay at home, and with the kids, while the others go out, do whatever, take a trip. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how to explain it. But it's like, you already dealing with the dude or have dealt with the dude and you're a baby mama. So I don't have the experience of dealing with a baby mama, but if I did, that would be another scenario where I would possibly do a polygamous relationship. Okay. And so in order to do something like that, I would say you just have to be open and honest, because I can really just see myself sitting down and just looking for somebody. But I feel like if we just out and about and if it's just a natural flow, it's just a natural flow and it's something to talk about. And a lot of celebrities kind of do this, but they call it open, in my opinion. But I feel like it's open, but it's also like they have certain people that they deal with, if that makes sense. So I feel like that's agape love. That's just that love without judgment. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the world needs more of that. Yeah, I mean, and it can go vaguer than that. Like I said, it can be open to men and women, but it's like different. It can just go on, because we have other people besides men who identify as men and women. So let me just be clear on that. And so yeah, like I feel like it can be like a kind of a community. If you're looking at it like a community of people who have a common goal, common interest, think the same way, feel the same way, can coexist in the same habitat together, why not? So I want to know what your thoughts are, because I know it's far-fetched. I know that's crazy. And a couple years back, I probably would have never thought that. A couple months back, I probably would have never thought that. But I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly evolving, and I'm just here to have a conversation. Um, and I would say I prefer single one person, but at the end of the day, like I also prefer, I don't know which one I prefer, because it's hard to find that one person that's just for you. Now, if you just follow that person, I'm just shout out to you. Shout out to you. You know, if they just everything to you. Y'all never argue. Y'all never fight. Y'all best friends. Like, I feel like shout out to you. But even if I did find that person, like if I love that person that much and with unconditional love, I would be open to exploring them with other people if that's something that they want to do. Not saying I'm gonna have to be involved, but I'm just saying like I won't be tripping if they like did certain things that made them feel more comfortable, if that makes sense. I'm just like a non-judgmental person, and I guess that's just where I am. But don't get me wrong, I'm very picky. I'm very, want to be clean about the situation. And I'm definitely not saying like just be freely nilly and have a free for all and orgies. And I'm not trying to do that right now. I'm not trying to do swingers, none of that right now. But I'm not saying I would never, but right now I'm just talking about the topic of polygamy and how it could be a thought that I never thought about, but could consider.